Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But this is where people find a lot of problems. Is how do you eat crawfish? Well, we got a few people, and we're gonna see how they peel crawfish, so that you know what to do the next time you're at a crawfish boil.
The best way to peel them is like you starve and just see. You gotta get rid of this little doodad there. Break the tail. Bust this open from the side. Squeeze it out. And eat it.
Best way to peel it.
Best way to peel a crawfish, first of all, you take the drink. Then you want to kind of grab the crawfish like this, twist the tail, suck, get that juice going. Then you take the first ring with your nail and just kind of break that first ring, slip it off, pinch the tail, with your teeth get the rest of the meat, pull it out, all good.
The best.
Wants to come back to you?
The best way to peel a crawfish is to have someone do it for you.
Let me tell you how you eat a crawfish. You lick the seasoning off first, break the head off, make sure you get the sauce inside, peel it back, pop it in.
It's nothing to talk about, you just do it.
No, I saw you.
Now I like to dip mine in a little vinegar with a little seasoning in it and just...
With it. With or without the can, so don't make no...
Best way to eat a crawfish, twist it, break it off from the body. Some people like to suck out the juice, but I don't. I just like to peel the top part off, squeeze the tail, pull it out, and there you go.
Really, the best way and the simplest way, you take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom, just like that. You take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom, just like that.
It doesn't matter really how you peel a crawfish, as long as you can get them in your mouth.
So we decided everybody come to Lake Charles and take a shower and everything. Just had that little camp out there we had.
Very good, if I say so myself.
You don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. can't catch it live in person, make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
My name is Juan Liscano, and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to liquid moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than liquid moly.
I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Liquid Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liquid Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for ride viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Also to Lumberton, Texas, Jaden Rosado.
Okay, we're going to hang on just 1 second. We need to do opening ceremonies. We got ahead of ourselves here. So we were scheduled for 9:30. We're going to be right on the money. So All right, we're going to have our opening ceremonies. We begin every day of Pro Watercross racing, first with a blessing, today from my partner, Kurt Nolenberg.
Dear Lord, thank you so much for this great day here in Lake Charles. The Pro Watercross National Tour, we pray for the safety of all of our great racers, their pit crews, their fans. Lord, we thank you for your blessings and your blessings for this great country and those who served us in their military. We live in freedom. We worship in peace. We raise our eyes to your glory. We are the United States of America, and we are still one nation under God. For Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kurt. Now, if we could everyone please stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. All right, now let's go racing. Once again on the starting line, junior ski stock number 3 in the 10 to 12-year-old class, Rylan Rosado.
On the number 52, his older brother, Jaden Rosado.
And 529 out of Jacksonville, Florida on that SXR 800 Cowie, Kylie Meyer.
That's it. Moto number 2, junior ski.
Well, those Rosado brothers looking good on those super jets, but they had a little trouble yesterday finding their way around the course.
Yeah, they
correctly.
Put the thrill into this, no question about it.
They did, but they got out there and got some laps in this morning again, learning the track, getting a little help from our race director, Kevin Scott. And let's see how they do today.
Yeah, well, they were brilliantly fast. They just didn't know where they were going.
And I think we've got a
Looks like they got it down.
young man out there on the blues that is also having a problem again this morning.
He just missed it by about 3 feet.
That's okay. We'll see where we go from there. He'll have to take the makeup buoy, hopefully. We'll see. But the leader not having any trouble.
That's Jaden.
On that super jet. Yeah. And Kylie Meyer on that SXR 800 Kawasaki in third this morning here. National Championships of the 2023 Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour presented by Jet Trim. Rick Lake in the tower along with my good friend Kurt Nolenberg. Another beautiful day here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. St. Lake Charles.
I know you're
Lake
thinking
Charles,
St. Charles. Yeah, no, he was married to St. No.
Right on. How you doing, Kurt?
It's a wonderful day. I'll tell you what, what a difference a day makes.
Yep.
The Rosado brothers are going off. Look at the speed these two are going.
Well, we saw yesterday, I thought, they both have like new super jets, at least relatively new, two-stroke super jets. They look nice, and they both look like really talented riders, but weren't used to the racetrack and had some problems finding their way, which is not at all uncommon.
I was just going to say, talk about the most common thing is Jaden goes down.
Jaden goes down momentarily, back up and underway, but they were talented riders, and once they get the track sorted, I think they're going to be doing just fine.
Yeah, great opportunity here, Rick, as they split the inside-outside.
Yeah,
Jaden a little bit ahead, using that inside. Here comes Ryland on the outside. Fairly even. I'd still say the inside maybe a little bit faster today. We'll see.
They're still working on finding their way correctly around the track, but
yeah, it's an issue.
And it's not beginner runabout.
No.
Usually that's our challenging class of the day.
And we see Ryland pick up the buoy. I believe that's Ryland.
Kylie, consistent boy. She has no such problems with the racetrack.
She knows where to go.
Yes, she does. Very experienced racer for her young age.
Yeah, and we say that with a little laugh in our voice, but mostly because it's happened to us. It
yeah.
happens to everybody.
Oh, I have gone the wrong way. Definitely.
That's one of the things you have to learn how to do practice. It's not about going fast. It's about knowing where the next buoy is automatically with a little bit of muscle memory. You're picking out markers, so right, left, right.
Yeah.
It's easy to get confused out there until you've done it for a while.
So easy. It really, truly is. So we mention it, but we mention it with kindness in our hearts. As you said, we have been there.
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you.
Yeah, we know. We know.
We've been there.
Kylie Meyer, though, out of Jacksonville, Florida, 13 years old. She is just smooth and consistent. I think she has been at darn near every round of the tour, if not every round of the tour this year.
She has,
and she has just gotten better and better, and is soon to be a force to be reckoned with at all levels of racing.
Right, and she is putting in the time, and it shows.
Yeah, it looks so good, carving that SXR 800 around the corners out here at Lake Charles.
Yeah, and she's riding a craft that is not in contention with the two four-stroke Yamahas.
Halfway sign is out. Yeah, Lake Charles, Louisiana. We are here. Louisiana's playground, and well, we had a great day of racing yesterday here. It was a beautiful day. Warm, to be sure, but a beautiful day. Great racing. And last night, we got to hit the famous Darrell's, which everybody in town, if you want to get a po' boy, you got to go to Darrell's. And we did it last night. It was pretty spectacular.
I'm thinking they need to open up a second location. Darrell and his other brother, Darrell.
Where, in Sacramento?
That was great. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all.
All right, our race leader, 52 down the front straightaway. At least to my best calculation, is our race leader, because we do not keep track of missed buoys and makeup buoys for the most part. That is done by our scorers and officials. And so that you never know by the end of the race. Sometimes what we're seeing could be just a little bit different than what happens. Usually not, but when there are a few missed buoys here and there, it's up to our race officials, and they do a wonderful job of keeping all that sorted. Junior Ski Stock, our first race of the day. This is their moto number 2. They had a moto yesterday. As
Boy, look at that. A half a lap between the brothers there, Rick.
Jaden Risotto comes by, 15 years old, out of Lumberton, Texas. His brother Rylan, 11 years old, out of Lumberton as well, obviously.
And he is being stalked by the 13-year-old Kylie Meyer.
Yes, he is.
Kylie is just in full-on attack and pursuit mode. I don't think Rylan knows how close she is.
She really makes some nice corners on that SXR. She gets down low in the tray.
Sets it down.
Oh, and just as we say
Thanks,
kind
Rick.
things, down she goes.
Where's that remote control you have for our junior racers?
I know it. It's not right.
Oh, Rick's got it. Maverick's got it. Where are you, Maverick?
He's got the drone. Oh, I see it over there on the left-hand side of the track, over the sheriff's boat out there, it looks like, roughly.
Oh, you're going to go see them?
The mad scientist, Richard Ignacio, up here as Jaden Risotto takes the white flag, indicating 1 lap remaining here in the first race of the day. Junior ski stock.
And look at that. Ryland has started to distance himself from Kylie out there. Looks like he's pulled another buoy lead.
Well, Kylie went down on the left side right when I was saying how good she was making those turns. And but she's picking up the pace, and one more time, white flag's out for one more lap for our junior skis here in moto number 2. They'll be back again for a third moto a little bit later.
Looking forward to that one. Get a little better start, make
But
this even tighter.
all three of them getting some good race experience here out on the track at Lake Charles this morning.
Oh, look what we got next, Rick. X2s.
That's some X2 action this weekend.
Loving them.
Absolutely. Pretty cool to see a group of X2s here. A lot of vintage riders from Texas put on a great show yesterday. Are going to do so again today.
Yeah.
Checkered flag comes out, number 52. He'll take the win, Jaden Rosado.
Jaden having a lot of fun out there. His brother continues to lead Kylie Meyer out there as they come off the back straightaway. He's been liking that outside split.
The Rosado brothers, talented riders on those Yamaha Superjets, the two-stroke Superjets.
Kylie Meyer going to try the inside. That's great race strategy on the last lap.
Yes, it is.
You want to be as close as you can, not go quite that wide. And it might have been a little bit tighter. She'd been
She made up a lot of distance.
Yeah, buddy.
On that split. If she'd have tried that a couple laps earlier, who knows?
All right, waiting for moto number 3 a little later on today. Up next, Vintage X2 Grand Prix. On the number 5, out of Lumberton, Texas. 46 years old. Moto number 2. On boat number 5, Mark Rosado.
Boat number 21 out of Orange, Texas, riding for the Good Time Mafia, GC Mechanics, and Jerry Rig Racing. It's Ralph Henning.
On the 427, out of Netherland, Texas. Sponsored also by Jerry Rig Racing, Joshua Bro.
And number 720 out of Seabrook, Texas. Another member of the Good Time Mafia, Evan Waithofer.
All right, a bunch of friends out there going to have a great time.
You bet.
X2 Vintage Grand Prix on the line. Our starter, Kimmy McKay, says fire up. We're ready to go. And off they go. And which Ralph Henning is that?
Ralph Henning on the outside. Joshua Bro on the inside. Ralph Henning with some company out there, but he hangs on to the lead on that outside split. It's Jonathan Bro on the inside split, and we'll see where that shakes out as they come on in the front straightaway. Henning,
missed it.
Henning missing a couple of buoys.
What?
Making up his own track. That's uncharacteristic of Ralph.
I wonder if they're gonna.
And that was interesting.
Yeah.
I think Ralph got a little lost out there.
Let's see if he takes the makeup buoy. What happens if you circle the makeup buoy twice?
I
Does that help
I don't think that helps.
too?
I really don't think it helps, Kurt. One makeup buoy per lap.
All right, well, here he goes down the back straightaway. Ralph Henning, he's got at least one makeup buoy.
But you can only make up.
And he certainly goes right there.
Goes
There's
there.
no question.
We'll see how that
And there
shakes
comes
out.
Bro. Bro coming at him.
Oh, Bro,
nice save by Bro.
Bro came in hot and had to really lay it over.
Yeah, Joshua Bro went through that pump wash, started to lose it, and saved it by just going almost vertical. Ralph Henning continues to lead, but honestly, we don't know what the scoring is at this point.
We don't, because he could have missed more than one buoy back there. I'm not going to make that call, but to my eyes, it looked like it.
Yeah.
Joshua Bro in second.
That's the joy of being unofficial.
The pure joy.
Right?
Yes.
And that's Mark Rosado in third. Rosado of the Rosado clan out of Lumberton, Texas. He is 46 years old. So dare I think he might be the father of the of our two junior ski riders.
I would guess that's a pretty good chance on that. If not, and from the same town, and I'm thinking you are really onto something, Kurt.
I guess he could be the grandfather, but man, that'd be quick work.
That'd be a little quick.
Well, here comes Henning. Think he's got this down now. Oh, I get it right, then left, then right, then left.
Yes, sir.
Once again, we're laughing with you, not at you.
Ralph Henning making the turn on in the front straightaway.
Yep.
Bro right behind him. But Ralph now working it out here this morning at Lake Charles.
Ralph is almost like a plastic army man on that ski.
Yeah.
He never moves.
That's
right?
funny.
Moves the handlebars.
That's pretty good, Kurt.
I was just thinking, I'm like, he never moves.
Plastic art. Now, I've never heard that in my life before.
And yet,
your imagination boggles the mind.
It's
the way your mind works is interesting.
Frightening, I know.
Interesting is I think a better.
Yeah, there's
frightening. No.
There's rationale for all of this stuff. Yeah. And Ralph is not going to take another makeup buoy.
Not necessary, because it only counts for the lap you were on. But he's going to stick to that outside split.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking you're leaving the rest of the crew. You might as well hang with what's working.
Exactly,
Joshua
and what you know.
I mean, he is within striking distance if he can just tighten it up a little bit more.
Yep.
At a certain point, I think it might come down to power to weight ratio as well.
Yeah, Ralph is pretty compact.
I go right back to Mike Coe. I mean, that stature looked just like it. I mean, they're about the same size.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was quite a competitor for a long time. NorCal, one of your NorCal brethren.
Yep. He and, well, there's quite a contingent back then with Rippon Kroger and Chris Gann.
A whole lot of great riders.
Yeah, there was a lot of great riders.
Oh my God! So Tony
Tony
Corey, Brian Bendix, Petersons, brother and sister.
Yep.
A lot of great Northern California riders.
Still quite a contingent up there in Northern California.
Brenda Burns and her sister, right?
Yep.
Northern Cal riders.
Art Chambers.
Yep, the ace.
The ace. Later his son Talon.
Yep.
I'm hearing I'm hearing whistles.
The white flag is out. Final lap for our vintage X2 GP class, moto number 2 today. They'll have one more moto in a little while.
The white flag out, letting them know, hey, now's it. If you're going to make a move, well, it's too late. I'm looking at Ralph onto the back straight.
Yeah, Ralph in a whole nother world right now, different zip code than the rest of the field.
Is that Wade Hoffer? Oh, down over there? Yeah, it is.
I believe so. But once Ralph got the track sorted, the first lap was a little iffy.
Yeah.
And then he's done well, but that first lap may have cost him.
Yeah, it's a first cup of coffee in the morning, you know?
Or lack thereof.
He missed that first cup of coffee, and that was his wake-up call.
Yeah.
All right, well, here he comes. Final time through, Ralph Henning. Moto 2 winner, unofficially.
The Army soldier.
Now, it's interesting because he was in 4th in Moto number 1.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have an exciting mathematical race in Moto number 3.
Well, maybe not, because Jonathan Bro won Moto 1, and he could have won Moto 2 as well.
Well, even if he did,
he'll have a pair of
3
firsts.
points, and Ralph has 5.
Yeah.
So that gives Bro.
It's
if
pretty.
he finishes behind.
He's in a
still
pretty
win the
good shot. Yeah.
Yeah. But
who
as
knows?
we've seen, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Amateur ski stock race number 3 on the starting line. Okay. Aaron McConkey's ready to rock and roll.
Aaron had some great ride. I thought maybe his best ride of the year yesterday.
He dominated yesterday. I think he was in first place all day.
Yeah, and kept it there. You know, it's in our advancing years. It is so difficult. You know, it's easy to go quick, relatively easy to go quick for a lap, maybe 2, but anything over 5. You really got to be in shape.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no question about that, Kurt. And, you know, Ralph's been racing a long time and been racing all season, this season. A lot of motos, a lot of laps. He's in great form. You know, by the final, this national championship race here in Lake Charles, the riders that follow the national tour, they're all in good form by this 5th round. They've got a lot of race laps under their belt all summer long.
I see Aaron McConkey working on his throttle over there, Rick.
I know it.
It's like, it's time to take the spacer out so it'll pull all the way to the bar.
Oh, boy. Well, on the line, amateur ski stock. Let's take a look. Number 17G out of Greenwell Springs, Louisiana, riding for New Tech Jet Sports. And Mama and Papa, 17 years old, Sagan Babin.
And his 20-year-old brother, Deegan Babin. Same sponsors.
Yep.
On 17R.
233 out of Austin, Texas on the Yamaha, Seth Besserano.
And on the 253, the aforementioned, our favorite Kiwi, Aaron McConkey.
Hopefully he's got that throttle sorted out. Looks like it. He's getting everybody set on the line here. You go over there. You go over there. I'm going to teach you young lads exactly what to do here. Just follow me.
Yeah, and he's like, holders? I don't need no stinking holders.
Follow me around the track.
Aaron McConkey, would you like a holder, sir?
Not necessary.
No. Win the race, come in, we'll hold you here.
He's got this down to a silence, the old Ripper Kroger self-hold on the line style.
Kim McKay is ready for them to go, waiting for an okay. Trying to get that last boat fired up.
And McConkey.
Get a hole shot.
Technique works very, very well as he takes the hole shot right away here on the outside split.
And who is that on the inside? Is that Deegan? No, that's 233, Seth Besserano.
Yeah, Besserano got a nice jump on that inside split. McConkey coming around on the outside split and see where they meet on the front straightaway. Going to be fairly close. I think McConkey's going to have a slight edge, but Besserano makes the turn, and they are just about side by side. But McConkey coming off that backside with a little more top end down the front straightaway, Kurt.
Yeah, and this is a repeat of yesterday. Seth did the exact same thing. Got in his pump wash, went wide. Aaron got the extra lead just right off of that and held it for the rest of the race. Well, let's watch this battle. It was fun to watch yesterday. Aaron McConkey and Seth Besserano going at it once again, Rick.
Yeah, if Seth couldn't maintain the pace at the end of that front straightaway, I think they'd be pretty tight, but spinning out gave up a huge amount of distance to Mr. McConkey.
And and early in the year, if that had happened, I'd almost predict that Aaron would run out of gas by the end of the moto. I'm just saying. But at this point, at the end of the season, he's in shape. His body's working again. All that stuff is over with. That was the beginning of the year that he had to battle with the knee issues. And, boy, he's riding really good, Rick.
Well, he's a very experienced racer, to say the least. And this year, as we said, he's raced all season, has a tremendous amount of race laps under his belt. His body is tuned, and he is very smooth on that ski out there. Makes very, very few mistakes. Has really got that boat wired.
And Seth Besserano is doing a great job to stay with him. Seth, less than half of Aaron's age. So that just goes to show what Mr. McConkey is doing out there. And Seth, by the way, 26 years old.
Yeah, but he is catching McConkey right now. He is bearing down on him. He goes to that inside split. Aaron on the outside split. Kind of a repeat of the first lap, although Aaron with a more of a lead this time, to be sure. But
Seth is tearing it up, boy.
Seth is pushing hard, and he is closing the gap
really
very
close.
Quickly. Aaron looks over, sees Seth make that turn, and he knows he's got his work cut out for him here.
Well, lapped rider coming up. It would be one of the Babbins. Didn't see the number. Well, the numbers are the same, 17.
I was going to say, you're going to have to see a G or an F.
Green or red or something.
Yeah.
And
doesn't make it easy for us, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, actually it does. That is the R. Deegan Babin, the older Babin brother.
By 3 years.
Boy, tightening up out there. Aaron trying to get around.
We got a battle.
There goes Seth.
We got a battle on this back straightaway right now. Seth has really reeled in McConkey and closing the gap quickly here, Kurt.
Aaron's got to be absolutely flawless on this outside.
Watch out.
Seth has got this inside dialed. Watch him throw that machine sideways, Rick.
Yeah,
he
watch
is
out.
Really, precision turning close to the buoys, making it happen, camping. And Aaron McConkey will have the speed this time, but it is close.
Just barely. That was a
Halfway
repeat.
flag.
That was a repeat of the first turn, or the first lap off the start, and they are right where they started on that first lap around the track here at Lake Charles this morning.
And this time through, Seth goes to the inside split as Aaron goes to the outside. There is a lapped rider, or soon-to-be lapped rider, in front of the inside. That's going to help McConkey and push Seth back just a little.
Yeah, McConkey is going to have his hands full on this lap because when they come around to the right side of the track, he's going to stick to that outside split, and I'm sure Seth is going to go to the inside split. And I think Seth's going to have, with barring any mistakes, is going to have a real good opportunity to overtake McConkey right here.
Yeah, well, it's all in Aaron's hands at this point. He's the leader, so it's up to him to make a clean drive, keep that ski upright.
Oh,
no
Seth
mistakes.
looks good on the inside split, Kurt. Here comes Seth. Seth's making the turn. McConkey's got the drive and the speed. One more time. Seth right behind him. What a great race here this morning.
I'll tell you what, I think Aaron gained one boat length. One And that whole process.
And Seth's off the boat again in that same spot.
Look at him, just threw his fist into the water.
Going
like,
for a
really?
swim. After all that work to catch McConkey, that is a spot on the track that he has not mastered.
That is definitely his Waterloo there.
His nemesis, to be sure. Wow, what a shame. That was a great race while it lasted.
Well, I'll tell you who's not too upset about that. That's Aaron McConkey and his pit crew. Aaron breathing a freer now. Wow, Seth really having some trouble getting on and getting that machine going. Aaron going to come by, give him a wave as he goes by him. Excuse me, Mr. Whippersnapper, move over.
Oh, yeah.
Old man's coming, Rover.
Yeah, you got to master all the turns on the track to win.
Yeah. Seth looks over, just shakes his head. Ah, that old man got me again.
He did.
And the race isn't over, but he is a lap down, so... And up next, race number 4, ski 4-stroke stock, Dunlop and Meyer show.
Well, you got to hand it to Aaron McConkey.
Dude.
You know, it's really impressive. I mean, he is so smooth. You know, he's got the young Charger behind him, putting the pressure on. He's right there on him.
Yep.
You know, and McConkey does not flinch.
You know, we might be missing something, Rick, here. Maybe he's just totally oblivious to anything behind him. Didn't even know he was there.
Oh, you say like his eyesight is, you know,
doing his thing.
Not even knowledgeable that he had somebody nipping on his heels.
By racing buoy to buoy, looking in front.
Maybe, but I think he was observant. I think I know coming down that straightaway he saw.
Oh, he saw
where Seth was because he could see him.
Oh yeah.
You know, coming.
Well,
and
you'd see him move over slowly as he came down this straightaway to get close to the buoy, and Seth getting in that pump wash every time.
And even though it didn't end up being a great race to the finish, it was really an entertaining moto. And kudos to Aaron McConkey for just a flawless ride.
Oh, that was it?
That was it, yeah. Checker flag.
That is the win for Mr. McConkey. Tegan Babin went across. He'll get one more lap in. It's Kawasaki against Yamaha. 4 strokes apiece.
Again, great race that time. I mean, it's too bad they couldn't have gone to the finish.
Yeah.
But that was really entertaining with the way, you know, Seth kept taking the inside split as he finishes, and he's kind of bummed a little bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Aaron, without a mistake the entire moto, I mean, with pressure on him, that's a fine race by Aaron McConkey.
Oh, man, we need somebody get over there and help that old man get the ski on.
I don't think I'd be calling him an old man. I think he just dusted all the young lads.
I'm up on the second story. He's not coming up here.
He might be up here quicker than you think.
Hey, all I'm doing is asking for help.
And his name is Kurt Nolenberg, by the way.
Yeah.
Race number 4 on the starting line. This is going to be the 4-stroke stock battle. We've got a 4-stroke stock Superjet, and we've got a 4-stroke stock Kawasaki SXR 1500.
And we'll just finish up amateur ski stock. It is the younger Sagan Babin beating the older brother Deegan there, I do believe. And Kawasaki versus Yamaha. Speed versus weight, or weight versus power. Or Dunlop versus Meyer. 13 versus 28.
Well, we got Robert Dunlop
story.
out of Groves, Texas, who raced that vintage race yesterday with a broken throttle cable off the starting line, and did well for about a lap or lap plus, and I think his fingers finally couldn't handle anymore, and but he put up a good battle while he could. But yesterday looked absolutely amazing on this SXR 1500.
That first lap was spectacular.
And then we've got Kylie Meyer coming back out on the 4-stroke Superjet. Kylie, 13 out of Jacksonville. And Robert Dunlap, what is there any difference between a 550 and a 1500?
About triple the difference.
He's not paying attention. He's ready to race.
Nah. He's testing a throttle cable.
But he really rides both hulls extremely well, and they are nothing. It's almost two different sports. And he lets Kylie take off, gives her almost a starting straight lead before he takes off.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Kylie gets out in front, and Robert on that significantly faster 1500. There's probably about, what do you think, 5 to 8 miles an hour difference? And Kylie goes down, unfortunately.
She just rolled over for a sec. Looks like she stopped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the thing. He went to the wrong start. He went to the inside from the outside lane.
But he's in his own class.
Yeah, so, well, I was going to mention that for both winners no matter what.
Yes.
They made a lap, okay, you win.
But, he rides that SXR 1500 very well, and I don't think there are a lot of riders, none that I can think of so far, that race a 550 and a 1500 on the same day.
That is, it's sport and stand up or stand up and runabout. That's a tough transition.
I mean, that SXR 1500 is absolutely nothing at all like a 550. It is almost a different sport.
It's almost like a runabout.
It's almost a different sport, really.
And he's mastered both of them, no question about it.
It impresses the heck out of me, Kurt. I just think that is really, really cool to be able to ride both very, very well.
Yeah. Well, obviously spends a lot of time on the water. Novice Sports Stock, race number 5 coming up. So Kawasaki versus Yamaha, male versus female. Green, Kylie goes down that same corner. She doesn't like the left-handed turn for some reason.
Yeah, I hate to always harp on this, but it's unfortunate that in this sport that with Kawasaki and Yamaha, coming out with 4-stroke stand-ups in the, relatively same time frame, that they, I don't know, I don't want to say gotten together, but there couldn't have been some sort of, plan to make them competitive with each other in the same class, much as you would have a motocross bike, let's say, that you had a 450 or a 250, same setup, same everything, same, so they compete equally with each other, because we really didn't need to add yet another class. And yet, here we are with a separate class for the Kawasaki's and a separate class for the Yamahas. But I'll get off that soapbox.
Yeah.
That's enough. Enough said on that.
Yeah, and that was obviously an intentional decision on their part. They both knew they were coming out with 4-stroke machines in a stand-up hull.
Well, Kawasaki the engineers at Kawasaki that built the SXR 1500 utilized an existing power plant.
Absolutely.
That they had, that it basically is the same power plant in all of Kawasaki jet ski watercraft. Same basic power plant, that 1500, four-cylinder, four-stroke, puts out about 160 horsepower stock form. And, of course, in the Ultra runabout models, it is supercharged, puts out 310 horsepower. But the rest are all the 160 version. And so the engineers at Kawasaki designed a hull around that power plant. And they had to have the size and
makes total sense.
Length, the size, the floatability, and so on and so forth to make it work. Yamaha with a completely different power plant, much smaller, 1050 cc.
Yeah, 2/3.
Three-cylinder, four-stroke. So hence less horsepower, a slightly smaller hull. Lighter hull, but less horsepower and less speed.
Yeah,
and that really is the deciding factor.
Yeah, and it's that top end that really makes the difference.
Yeah, that 1500 cc versus about 1050, so about 450 cc's difference. That's a whole power plant by itself.
No replacement for displacement.
That's it. And
take those extra cc's and build a two-stroke bilge motor out of it.
Now, having said all that, Kurt,
large ships.
Yeah, well, exactly right. Having said all that, we have seen riders on the four-stroke Superjets beat riders on the SXR 1500s. You know, even Steven. And in fact, last race we saw that, and so it can be done. And of course, in stand-up racing, it really comes down to talent and ability. You know, on the stand-up, very, very rider-centric, and we've seen the Yamaha prevail over the SXR 1500,
but not often.
That's not the norm.
Not at all. Not even close.
And that's why they're in two separate classes.
But I like the fact that they run together. It would be a lot more fun if we had a dozen of each out there. Then you start to see some back and forth.
To say the least, it would be wonderful.
Back in the back.
I'd love to see that as well. I'd love to see full gates of both of these new stand-up four-strokes.
Oh, we should do that.
Well, I think that's going to happen.
Let's do it in a couple of months from now.
Okay.
And we're going to switch hulls over to Novice Sports Stock. Race number 5 coming up. David Golder out there switching boats with Brandon Morris. We give Brandon a ride on that 21 machine, see how he likes it. Dunlop coming through, getting the white flag. One more lap to go for Robert Dunlop and his SXR 1500.
Yeah, Robert, 28 years old, out of Groves, Texas. And again, not to belabor the point, but what a talented stand-up rider. Both on a 550 and a SXR 1500 the same day, race day. And
as you say that, he goes
down.
Of
course. Of course he does. But so you got a 550 and a 1500, man. That's just amazing, isn't it, Kurt? You got 1,000, roughly 950 cc difference. 160 horsepower versus on a 550, a stock 550, which very few people are riding stock 550s. Right. I'm going to guess probably in the 30s, 30-some horsepower.
Somewhere between 18 and 30. Depends on how stock it is.
Yeah. Most of these 550s have an aftermarket pipe on them. And are a little bit sorted, a little dialed to some degree or another.
What do you think the fastest you've ever seen a 550 go?
I'll tell you, as Robert Dunlap takes the checkered flag. Well, in the 50s for sure.
Yeah.
You know, easily lots of boats. You know, there was the magic 50-mile-an-hour mark at one time that everybody strove to achieve. And then I think the boats that Jacobs rode, probably the PGS boats that were fuel injected, probably they were at the top of the food chain there. Of course, Jeff rode them, so obviously they were at the top of the food chain. But when you had the best rider on the best equipment, I'd say those boats probably were pretty close to 60 at some point.
Really?
I would guess. I don't know for a fact. I forget. It's been
maybe one of those PGS boats.
It's Lightning. Yes, absolutely. It's been so long that I forget what the actual numbers are. But I will tell you one thing: that back in the day, with the ESPN television crew, IGSBA wanted to have the radar on the back straightaway at the World Finals, because that's where they achieved top speeds, And the reality was the top speeds, as fast as it looked like they were going out there, were in the 30s.
Right.
So that idea was nixed to put the top speed on the television show. That came from my buddy, the director of the show, and they weren't,
not that
they just
impressive.
Weren't that. Well, Lake Havasu, as you know, at the Nautical Inn, it would get very, and also anywhere Lake Havasu,
super rough.
It would get roughened up out there. It was like a washing machine.
Yes, it
and
was.
Keeping those 550s hooked up and achieving top speed on that very rough track, you were in the 30s, literally.
But it felt like 60.
It felt like 160 if you're out there. It's like brutal. Just brutal.
It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. But the racing, it didn't matter because it was equal, and so it doesn't matter how fast something's going if everybody's in the same ballpark.
Can we have some holders out there, please? How many do we need?
Little help on the starting line, please. Little help.
Holder. There we go. Thank
Novice
you, sir.
Sports Stock. 21, W, out of Oxford, Pennsylvania. Riding for Gould's Pumps, it's David Golder.
And he'll actually be on the number 29 machine. That was my use of your pen the other earlier. My apologies, Rick. On the 21, and that's David Golder's boat.
Other ski
is Brandon Morris. And Brandon out of Pensacola, Florida. This will be Moto 3 in this Novice Sports Stock race. And he is sponsored by EVS, ODI Grips, the PWC Doctor, GoPro, Pro Watercraft, Elite Optics, IPD Graphics, Team Reckless Abandonment, and Arma Energy.
And on 757, his brother, same, Christian Morris. Here we go. Golder on the outside. Brandon Morris on the inside. Christian Morris in the middle with the hole shot.
It's going to be interesting to see.
Christian on the outside. Brandon goes to the inside split.
Golder to the outside.
So Christian on the outside split. Brandon on the inside split. See where the brothers come out. I think it looks to me like Christian's going to have a significant edge as he makes the turn onto the front straightaway on that wave blaster.
Well, I'm really curious about the switch in boats between Brandon and Dave Golder, excuse me, as he comes off the outside split. I'm wondering what happened. Did they lose a bet? See who's, Whoa! Brandon took the inside split, did one of those rail walks that are so hard on that HX to come out of.
Oh, man.
And he twisted that bar just in time to get the thing upright before it would have dove under. I call those things log rollers.
That's like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride out there.
Is. Yeah,
for those old enough to know what Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was.
Yeah,
there's
that too.
It maybe still exists. I haven't been to
Disneyland
in about 5 decades, so I don't know. 4 decades. You've
All
been.
right, so Brandon is behind Christian saying, and David just wads it. That's it. Well, I was going to say, it looks like David has the inside. It'll be interesting to see when he gets there. Well, that's going to be a little later in this photo.
So it's Christian Morris versus brother Brandon. While David does source things out this morning in the middle of the track.
Yeah, Brandon taking the outside where Christian went. I think that was wise of him.
Well, this is Novice Sports Stock, so out in front is Christian on the Yamaha Wave Blaster. But as of late, it seems to me that the C2HX has become the favored hull in sport class racing, Kurt.
I know that Billy Dearman made the change.
Yes.
He wouldn't have done it unless it was.
Well, the Farthings made the
necessary.
change. Dearman made the change.
Oh, yeah.
Snyder's on the HX now. So it seems that has become the favored hull. Well, we'd have to talk to those guys to find out really what necessitated the change for them.
Well, I think
I know the rules change.
Well, when we're talking about those guys, a lot of them are on aftermarket.
Yes.
Aftermarket hulls that appear to be a Blaster or an HX. Now, I was thinking, have you seen Christian Morris's post in the last couple of weeks? At the last race, he broke a piston in his Blaster. I mean, cracked it all the way across the top. Yeah, there was definitely detonation there, and he's rebuilt it. But he was reaching out to different people, asking, "Hey, what caused this?"
Yeah.
I didn't change much, but I changed this. Well, doesn't take.
That's what did it, huh?
You don't need to be an engine building genius to figure out if you only changed one thing and the engine failed. It's been running all season prior. That was probably at the root cause of your problem.
What was that change? Do you remember?
Jetting.
Oh, jetting? Yeah. That'll do it.
Jetting and actually, I think he was wondering whether it was a squish problem, and I think it was just one of those things where he didn't have a high enough octane for the compression and the ignition bands he was running.
Gotcha. You're getting into a little inside baseball here.
Yeah, well, figured I'd talk about it. It was interesting for me leading up to this race, wondering how Christian was going to do with the rebuild, and boy, he obviously got it right because he's been out front.
Yeah.
Every time he's been on the track with that thing.
He has. That boat's running very well.
Yeah.
The rebuild was successful.
Yeah. And that slower, Blaster hull, maybe not so much. And Christian just took the makeup buoy. I don't know what for, but we easily could have missed it. Maybe it was just, I think I missed it. I better go around it, which is wise decision.
Oh, and down he goes momentarily. Trying to work that HX, keep it up, keep it going, and makes the turn while doing so. That was brilliant as he tries to pull himself aboard there. Come on.
He does it.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well. God,
give Brandon a round of applause.
Oh, that was pretty brilliant.
That was good.
He's hanging off the back. What you have to do is you keep the throttle on to pull yourself up on that thing while making the turn.
Dude.
Pretty impressive.
It was dragging him for quite some time there.
I think we've seen him do that at the last race.
Rick,
I think he went about 2 or 3 buoys that way.
Both you and I have done that.
Yeah, and even our course marshals remarked.
Right. It's like, dude, that guy's got grip.
Yeah, I've told a story about racing one of those HXs in an endurance race. That was not my best choice.
Nightmare decision.
That was not a good one for me, at least. Not the right boat for endurance.
Getting on an HX in deep water at our size, not a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, after an hour straight of racing, when you're pretty worked and you've gotten off about 2 or 3 times, you're like, oh, I got to pull myself up again. No,
I'm not doing it. I refuse. I'm waiting for the course marshal.
That was at Lake Mead a long time ago, back in the 90s.
That's a lot of water to cover.
Yeah, it was.
Well, as they continue through, Christian Morris, I do believe, at least unofficially, out in front. And he is bearing down on David Golder.
Well, Golder's up and running again after going for a swim a couple laps ago. He looks good. He's back in form.
And he's doing his best not to get lapped, so. It's so funny because there's such a knife-edge machine, the HX hull.
Yeah.
That when you get it set into a corner and it's hooking up good, you can absolutely defy gravity. The
Yeah.
number of G's you can pull are amazing.
They're really
But-
good. They're really good until they're not.
Exactly. And if you're not fully over and committed, all it does is slide and then roll you over.
They're not particularly forgiving.
No, I will never forget, and once again, a story that you've heard a million times, watching Nicholas Rios in San Diego on Team Butch's HX when they told him he had to ride in that class as well, and he zip-tied the throttle, and he crashed his brains out multiple times during practice in the first moto. But you know what? He won a moto after never having been on that by just sheer force of will. And I was really impressed.
Yeah, pure talent.
Yeah. Say what you will about Frenchie. He is one talented rider. When he came over and beat the world, that was earth-shattering.
Yep. Good stuff. And Christian Morris making the turn. He's going to take the checkered flag and a win. Pats the back of that blaster. Hung together very, very nicely for this moto. And he looked good with brother Brandon right behind him on that Sea-Doo.
Rick, I'm not certain, but I believe Brandon's arms are about 2.5 inches longer than they were at the start. Look at those things.
Or his rotator cuffs are no longer connected.
Oh, preaching to the choir there, brother.
And David Golder will bring that number 21 Sea-Doo HX across the finish line. All right, good riding. Now we go back to a great moto.
That was actually Brandon, and that's David Golder. That's Golder. That's Brandon.
Yep. You're right. All right, Vintage Ski on the starting line, race number 6. See Robert Dunlap down there. I think he's got that throttle cable sorted, I'm hoping. Hey, hard to switch from the 550 to the 1500 or no trouble? No trouble? Man, you make it look easy.
You got a set of vice grips in your vest just in case?
All right, let's look. This is a
Let's
great
go through
class. Great class this weekend. Vintage Ski.
Absolutely adored him.
On the line, number 4 out of Orange, Texas, Carly Harris.
On the 7, Robert Dunlap out of Groves, Texas.
Out of Greenwell Springs, Louisiana, number 17, Deegan Babin.
Out of Orange, Texas, on 21, the unbelievable Ralph Henning.
Number 52 out of Lumberton, Texas, Jaden Rosado.
On the 201 out of Austin, Texas, Chad Manson.
427 out of Nederland, Texas, Joshua Bro.
On the 529K out of Jacksonville, Florida, Kylie Meyer.
720 out of Seabrook, Texas, Evan Wadehopper.
Rounding out the field out of Jacksonville, Florida, on the 812, Joseph Meyer. That's our lineup, Vintage Ski, Moto 3.
I'm expecting, actually, Moto 4.
They're using this as Moto 3.
Well, Moto 3 it is then.
I believe.
Robert Dunlap in the inside. Keep an eye on Dunlap. 07 versus Ralph Henning, number 21, on the outside. And those two are probably going to rejoin the battle that they had yesterday. The third moto was ruined kind of because of Dunlap's throttle cable breaking. Yeah. His throttle broke right on the starting line. So that negated a potential great battle, but they're picking up here again this morning where they left off.
We're looking for more of it, and is that Dunlap on the outside?
Yeah, Dunlap on the outside, looking good, doing his slasher leg drags.
Oh, dude, he is.
And he takes the lead.
Oh, Henning is behind
by
him.
a margin. Dunlap got his hand up in the air.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's working.
what it, this class, what a bunch of great people in it.
They are awesome.
Oh, Dunlap trying that inside split. He's going to do that right off the bat. And Henning going to the outside. Let's see how that shakes out.
That's a great move by Henning to take that outside split, get some clean water in front of him on that 550.
Dunlop is on fire already.
He
Check
looks
it out.
great, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's amazing what you can do when the throttle's connected to the cable.
It works well.
Wowie, wow, wow, wow.
Dunlap really enjoys doing some leg drags, old school, I say Victor Sheldon slasher style leg drags, and he'll throw those out here now and then around the track. Henning, more of a conservative, just stays very consistent, smooth rider, not as flashy, but obviously very, very fast.
Very skilled, and he's the fastest plastic Army man I've ever seen.
Little butt drag right there by Dunlap. Looked like Gocher, I think, for a moment.
Yeah, Harry would love to be doing that right now.
I think Harry's had his fill of 550s. I think he's enjoying a 1500 these days.
Yeah. Well, he's got the body to move that thing around now. He's not 16 anymore. Oh, Dunlop dipping in just a little bit there. He's got to be careful to keep that thing going because Henning is right there behind him, ready to pounce if there's a mistake. But actually, it looks like Dunlop's extending his lead, Rick.
Oh, he is, no question about it. Great vintage racing this weekend here in Lake Charles, and it makes me think about coming up at the end of September at the International Cup. Brand new event this year out in Lake Havasu, the end of September. And we're going to have a Throwback Thursday event that's going to be all vintage.
Yep.
Thursday is going to be dedicated to
wait.
vintage racing. So we are looking forward tremendously to that. Hopefully a lot of these riders here this weekend are going to make the trip to Lake Havasu City, Arizona for Throwback Thursday at the end of September.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that's going to start us out with vintage racing.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to that highly touted $10,000 prize for freestyle. Something I'm looking forward to seeing, a variety of freestylers out here. We got definitely out here has been doing a phenomenal job. Hopefully he'll be out there.
Well, and the $12,000 purse for Pro Ski GP, that's going to be mind-boggling, and that's not Pro Am Ski GP.
Yeah,
it's Pro Ski GP, and it's going to be gnarly.
Yeah. If you want to be in that race, you better be serious about it because you're going for the kind of money that people will push really hard for.
But, Throwback Thursday out there. Looking forward to it because we have had a wonderful weekend of vintage racing here in Lake Charles. In fact, featured on the CBS Sports program that's going to come up is our vintage racing this weekend, and that's going to roll right into the International Cup and Throwback Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we figured they've deserve it. They've been putting out the effort. Hey, listen, just keeping these older machines running, and we haven't seen one breakdown, I think, all weekend long in the vintage class. Of course, I say that'll change now, other than a throttle cable by Dunlop, and he still rode the thing.
And also out in Havasu, there's going to be a really cool vintage ski show. I know our presenting sponsor, Jet Trim, has a huge array of absolutely gorgeous, spectacular vintage boats that'll be on display, as well as a jet ski, GPO Jet Ski, the producer of a lot of really awesome vintage parts. They've been part of the tour this year, one of our sponsors. They are also going to be out there at the International Cup with their boats on display, and of course their parts and accessories for the vintage boats as well. So that Throwback Thursday in Havasu is going to be sick.
It's going to be off the hook, really. And, there's a lot more possibilities there that we can't wait to see how they come out. But that's in 2 months from now. Right now, we're having a ball watching vintage ski in front of us. Robert Dunlap.
Robert Dunlap, dude.
And Ralph Henning putting on a show all weekend long. Right now, Dunlop is out in front. Let's check the
There's a lot
numbers
of
on
other
those.
great riders out here, too, besides those two, Kurt.
Oh, and they are tied on points for the lead right now.
Absolutely.
1 and 2 and 2 and 1.
Dunlap taking the white flag. Final lap for vintage boys and girls. I believe Carly Harris, number 4, is actually Ralph Henning's daughter out here.
Oh, that's right.
Here comes Ralph by number 21. And she is number 4 out there. Pretty cool, father-daughter, kind of like
yeah.
Kylie Meyer and her dad.
Joseph Meyer.
Joseph Meyer, yeah, pretty cool seeing the father-daughters out there racing.
And speaking of, there's Carly Harris.
There she
shaking her
is.
head like, Dad beat me again, darn it. Listen, Dad's pretty fantastic, Carly.
Dad's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah. By the way, you got skills too, girl.
Oh, man, great weekend of vintage racing here at Lake Charles. We have absolutely enjoyed it. Kurt and myself up here in the tower. It's been a lot of fun and very impressed, to say the least, with Robert Dunlap as he takes the checkered flag and a win here in this vintage moto. Good job. Throttle cable stayed together. So he came across out in front. Ralph Henning comes across, another really talented vintage star, number 21. Third place, 201, Chad Manson out of Austin, Texas. He was good all weekend long. Chad Manson. Also need to mention Chad. He had a great weekend of racing.
Yeah, he did. Some great rides there.
Oh, man. What an entertaining weekend of vintage racing. Most of these riders from Texas, couple, the Myers from Jacksonville.
You know that those Texas guys, they love coming to the casinos here in Louisiana.
Yeah, they do.
It's not that long a trip. And
no.
They had a ball last night, I understand.
They're here every year, and they love Lake Charles and the national championships.
Joshua Bro coming across. That'll end our vintage ski moto number 3. We'll say hello to everybody on the World Wide Web. I am Kurt Nolenberg. This is my best buddy, Rick Lake. We're here at the National Championships, Lake Charles, Louisiana. This is the 2023 Pro Watercross Liquid Molly National Championships.
Yes, it is.
Presented by Jet Trim.
Yes, it is. And what a phenomenal weekend of racing so far. We've got some more to go today, but you know, the vintage class really outstanding this weekend. A lot of fun, and they just finished their moto here. Beautiful morning again here at Lake Charles. Definitely warm. Yeah, we've got the fans rolling, but we're enjoying the heck out of this weekend, and hope you're enjoying the racing. Brought to you by Richard Ignacio, Livestream 247 on the World Wide Web.
I got to tell you, it's doing great stuff for your complexion, Rick.
Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate that.
Not bad
Right
for
back
you,
at you.
right?
Right back
Yeah,
at you.
yeah.
You're a fine-looking man.
And for those of you that are watching on the World Wide Web, you're about to see the woman that makes it all happen.
And here
This
she
is
comes
Jennifer
into the
Handler,
picture.
right
Say,
here.
Jen,
Jennifer,
turn
come on
and
over
look
here
into the
between us.
camera.
Now you got to come between us.
Say hi. Oh,
Come on.
Oh, she's
Here's the
shy.
woman
There
that
she
does
is.
all the
Jennifer
work
Handler.
all year long.
Making it happen.
Making it happen, Captain. Oh, that's double meaning for us.
Yes, it is.
We've got a favorite captain. Aye, aye.
All right. We are going on to race number 7. The juniors coming back out for the final time this weekend.
This will be moto number 3. Oh, that was a very short break. Yeah, a little early for lunch. Think we'll blast right through. Everybody hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I know it's not quite as hot as it was yesterday, but still need to drink that water. As we always say, if you run out yourself, come and see us. We'd be happy to give you some of ours.
Yeah, we had a little cloud cover here for a while, kept it kind of nice. And I think Big Daddy's is open for business, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? We look down for the thumbs up from Eric. Says Big Daddy's is happening. I had a burger there yesterday, and I will say that it was really good. I enjoyed it. So if you want a good burger, head over to Big Daddy's. I know some of the guys got the Frito pies, and they really enjoyed those as well. The Frito pies were tasty, I heard. They've got some Monster Energy if you need a little pick-me-up over there. They've got sodas. They've got chips. Burgers were good, though. I had a burger, and it was tasty.
I had that Frito chili cheese mixture.
Did you have that? The Frito pie. That's called a Frito pie.
It is a Frito pie, and took me back.
Time to eat.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But this is where people find a lot of problems. Is how do you eat crawfish? Well, we got a few people, and we're gonna see how they peel crawfish, so that you know what to do the next time you're at a crawfish boil.
The best way to peel them is like you starve and just see. You gotta get rid of this little doodad there. Break the tail. Bust this open from the side, squeeze it out, and eat it.
Best way to peel
Best way to peel a crawfish, first of all, you take a drink. Then you want to kind of grab the crawfish like this, twist the tail, suck, get that juice going. And you take the first ring with your nail and just kind of break that first ring, slip it off, pinch the tail, with your teeth get the rest of the meat, pull it out, all good.
The best.
Wants to come back to you?
The best way to peel a crawfish is to have someone do it for you.
Let me tell you how you eat a crawfish. You lick the seasoning off first, break the head off, make sure you get the sauce inside, peel it back, pop it in.
It's nothing to talk about. You just do it.
No, I saw you.
Now, I like to dip mine in a little vinegar with a little seasoning in it and just.
With or without the camera, so don't make me.
Best way to eat a crawfish, twist it, break it off from the body. Some people like to suck out the juice, but I don't. I just like to peel the top part off, squeeze the tail, pull it out, and there you go.
Really, the best way and the simplest way, you take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom, just like that. You take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom, Just like that.
It doesn't matter really how you peel a crawfish, as long as you can get them in your mouth.
So we decided everybody come to Lake Charles and take a shower and everything. Just said that little camp out there we had.
Very good. If I say so myself.
You don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Likwamali Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. Can't catch it live in person? Make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
My name is Juan Liscano, and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to liquid moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than liquid moly.
I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Liquid Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liquid Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for ride viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But this is where people find a lot of problems. Is how do you eat crawfish? Well, we got a few people, and we're gonna see how they peel crawfish, so that you know what to do the next time you're at a crawfish boil.
The best way to peel them is like you starve and just see. You gotta get rid of this little doodad there. Break the tail. Bust this open from the side. Squeeze it out. And eat it.
Best way to peel
Best way to peel a crawfish, first of all, you take the drink. Then you want to kind of grab the crawfish like this, twist the tail, suck, get that juice going. Then you take the first ring with your nail and just kind of break that first ring, slip it off, pinch the tail, with your teeth get the rest of the meat. Pull it out. All good.
The best.
Wants to come back to you?
The best way to peel a crawfish is to have someone do it for you.
Let me tell you how you eat a crawfish. You lick the seasoning off first, break the head off, make sure you get the sauce inside, peel it back, pop it in.
It's nothing to talk about. You just do it.
No, I saw you.
Now, I like to dip mine in a little vinegar with a little seasoning in it, and just.
With or without the can, so don't make me.
Best way to eat a crawfish, twist it, break it off from the body. Some people like to suck out the juice, but I don't. I just like to peel the top part off, squeeze the tail, pull it out, and there you go.
Really, the best way and the simplest way, you take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that. You take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that.
It doesn't matter really how you peel a crawfish, as long as you can get them in your mouth.
So we decide everybody come to Lake Charles and take a shower and everything. Just said that little camp out there we had.
Very good. If I say so myself.
You don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. can't catch it live in person, make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
My name is Juan Liscano, and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to liquid moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than liquid moly.
I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Liquid Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using a warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liquid Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for ride viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Time to eat.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But this is where people find a lot of problems. Is how do you eat crawfish? Well, we got a few people, and we're gonna see how they peel crawfish, so that you know what to do the next time you're at a crawfish boil.
The best way to peel them is like you starve and just see. You got to get rid of this little doodad there. Break the tail. bust this open from the side, squeeze it out, and eat it.
Best way to feel
Best way to peel a crawfish, first of all, you take a drink. Then you want to kind of grab the crawfish like this, twist the tail, suck, get that juice going. And you take the first ring with your nail and just kind of break that first ring, slip it off, pinch the tail, with your teeth get the rest of the meat. Pull it out. All good.
the best.
Wants to come back to you?
The best way to peel a crawfish is to have someone do it for you.
Let me tell you how you eat the crawfish. You lick the seasoning off first, break the head off, make sure you get the sauce inside, peel it back, pop it in.
It's nothing to talk about. You just do it.
No, I saw you.
Now, I like to dip mine in a little vinegar with a little seasoning in it and just.
With or without the can, so don't make no.
Best way to eat a crawfish, twist it, break it off from the body. Some people like to suck out the juice, but I don't. I just like to peel the top part off, squeeze the tail, pull it out, and there you go.
Really, the best way and the simplest way, you take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that. You take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that.
It doesn't matter really how you peel a crawfish, as long as you can get them in your mouth.
So we decided everybody come to Lake Charles and take a shower and everything. Just had that little camp out there we had.
Very good. If I say so myself.
You don't want to miss the best pro watercross racers in the world. This is the Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim. If you can't catch it live in person, make sure you catch it on CBS Sports Network.
My name is Juan Liscano and I ride for Miami Jet Ski Shop. Miami Jet Ski Shop sticks to liquid moly, where we keep all our vehicles tip-top with the best in the industry. When it comes to performance or servicing, there's nothing better in the market than liquid moly.
Hey everyone, my name is Valentina Lescano. I'm here at Pro Watercross for our jet ski racing. We're sponsored by Liquid Moly. Thanks to them, we have our strong boats and we're able to podium. I've been racing for about 4 years now, and ever since I joined Liquid Moly, I'll never go back.
Liquid Moly has been #1 in Germany for the past 10 years in motor oils and additives. We're super excited to bring the marine range now in North America. All that experience in the performance and the racing industry translated into the marine world couldn't be a better combination. Are you scared of using your warranty? Well, you shouldn't. Liquid Moly Marine product has all the approvals from the National Marine Manufacturers Association, FCW, TCW3, and also API specs. Please refer to your owner's manual for ride viscosity. Use the best to maintain your passion.
Check, check. All right. Well, first to the line, as usual, Kylie Meyer. Kylie, back on that SXR 800.
Yeah, the Myers do not mess around. They are here to race. They are serious on the line when it's time to go. And we love to see it.
Pretty quick off the band, too. Very. All right. Working on those X2s, trying to keep them running. Wade Hopper, hoping to have a runner.
All right, we've got the juniors back on the line. In junior ski stock, 10 to 12, number 3 out of Lumberton, Texas, on the Yamaha Superjet, Rylan Rosado.
On the number 52, also out of Lumberton, Texas, his older brother, Jaden Rosado.
And number 529, out of Jacksonville, Florida, riding for Glidwell Racing, Taylor's Outboards, and more. And mom and dad's wallet, 13-year-old Kylie Meyer.
You think it's Glidwell or is it Glidewell? Somebody misspelled it.
I'm going to say Glidwell. It's somebody's name.
Potato.
Mr. Glidwell, I'm guessing.
And here we go. The third and final moto junior ski stock. And there they go.
All right. Kylie Meyer right in the middle of the Rosado brothers. Around the first turn.
Kylie hugging tight to those boys. But boy, those 4-stroke Superjets, they've just got the horsepower. It is what it is. And let's see who we got coming off the inside here. I believe that's the 52 of Jaden Rosado. See as they come down the front straightaway, that is indeed Jaden Rosado. He's won Moto 1, Moto 2. Kylie Meyer has...
look at the battle.
Yeah, she got out front of Ryland. But Ryland cuts in tight, makes the pass.
Good race in there with Rylan Rosado and Kylie Meyer going at it here. Kylie goes to the outside. Rylan Rosado goes to the inside split on the left-hand side of the course here at Lake Charles, Louisiana. The national championships of the 2023 Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour presented by Jet Trim. Rick Lake up here in the tower with my good buddy Kurt Nolenberg, bringing everybody the action here on the side of Lake Charles, along with everybody watching on the World Wide Web.
Having a ball out here, and well, I'll tell you who's having a ball out here is the Rosado family.
Yeah.
There's 3 members racing today in different classes, and the boys just going at it here. Jaden, older brother, leading this moto now.
Yeah, by a margin, stretching it out. There you go. How's that? All right, Risotto out in front, down the back straightaway with the race lead.
And it is Rosado Meyer. So now, I do remember there being a couple of trips around the makeup buoy out there for some Rosados in the prior moto. So pay attention and make sure they're going the correct direction around every buoy in succession.
'52, Jaden Risotto out in front of his brother.
Yeah, Ryland having a good ride. I mean,
He
hasn't,
is.
his brother hasn't left him.
Nope, and Kylie Meyer behind Risotto, so they're keeping pace now. They're all railing around this track, looking good here at Lake Charles.
And I got to just throw it out there. The difference between an 11-year-old and a 15-year-old in physical development is significant.
Yeah.
I'm really handing it to Ryland for even keeping his brother in sight down
Yeah.
the back straightaway.
Very much so, very significant. You are absolutely right, Kurt. But he is doing a good job, both on nice-looking Yamaha Superjets. Kylie on a Kawasaki SXR 800. Obviously all two strokes in this race.
A dose stroke.
Yeah, that Rosado family got a pair of these nice, I mean, they look like relatively new Superjets.
Yeah, no scratches. They look pretty.
They do. They look new. Very nice.
Ryland tightening it up a little bit. You
Yeah,
see
he
him
is.
stretching his back out a little bit. The difference in size is pretty apparent. And the Rosados, they're preferring the inside split over here on the left-hand side of the track.
Yep.
Kylie's taking the outside. Not going to make a difference. It's just...
No, they've all pretty neat got fallen into their respective speeds around the racetrack. The Rosado brothers one more time down the front straightaway. And I'll tell you what, Kurt, the 11-year-old Ryland is starting to catch his brother.
Right?
He really is. He's closing in on him. I think his brother's looking over, and I think he's cruising just a little bit to let him catch up, I have a feeling.
I think you call that baiting him.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, somehow that doesn't always work out for the baiter.
Not always.
I mean, a junior baiter perhaps, but
just come and race with me. Let's go. He'll wick it back up here. It looks like a little bit as his brother
Right.
closed in on him.
All of a sudden, that ski's going a little bit faster. The Rosado clan having some fun out there today. Jaden making the turn. And look at Ryland. Ryland's throwing that thing side.
Yeah.
He's doing everything he can. to
He's
catch his
pushing
brother.
now.
Hey, power to weight ratio has got to have a little advantage.
He's pushing.
Get up. There you go.
Man, he is down in that tray. And closing in.
He's reeling him in.
Yeah, he is.
It's our vintage X2s coming to the line. Kylie Meyer looking over. She's on that SXR 800 she knows so well.
Yeah, she does. She is very, very at home on that watercraft. No question about it. It looks like the older Rosado got back on the gas now.
Yeah.
And is riding just a little bit harder once younger Bro caught up.
I'm thinking at some point Ryland's got to try that inside split over here. I think it could work really well for him. I will tell you this, I know Jaden would tear up that inside. He commits to that thing and just throws that boat sideways, throttle on, and holds it. You know, as we watch Ryland every time down this frontaway get down on his knees about halfway down the straightaway, he'll stand up. And I know he thinks that's better, but it's not, Ryland. You need to have those legs underneath you for suspension to hold that boat to the water if you're going to catch your bigger brother.
Well, he thought he'd try it.
Yeah,
You know, give it a shot.
And with it's not a huge difference, but at this point, every little difference could work to his advantage rather than his disadvantage.
Yep.
And that inside split course, I think somebody's got to expose that today. Jaden making the turn, coming down the front straightaway. In tow is Ryland.
They are getting their laps in here in this third moto, Kurt.
Yeah, 10 lap final.
Good.
Final moto.
Wow, wow, wow. Awesome. Getting a workout. Our junior ski riders. Ryland Rosado is 11. Brother Jaden Rosado, 15. And Kylie Meyer, 13.
Quite the spread out there.
Junior ski stock.
And here comes Kylie onto the front straightaway, hooks that corner, gets right up, pops up on that thing. Kylie's got to be having a fun Sunday ride out there. She's got fresh water, just cutting corners, having a ball. Yes, it would be better to be side by side with those four strokes, but that's just not going to happen. No matter who's on that boat.
White flag comes out. Jaden Rosado takes it. He'll go on his last lap, as will younger brother Ryland.
Those two still smooth as silk out there.
Yeah,
in this
they are.
moto. Wow.
Very, very adept on those Yamaha Superjets. Yeah, both we noticed right away yesterday morning, they were both talented riders. We know Kylie Meyer's talented. We've seen her all season long. This is the first time we have seen the Rosado brothers. And they, right away, you could tell that they were very, very good riders.
Yeah, no question about it, Rick. And once they basically got the course down, it was no holds barred. They're wide open.
So Jaden Rosado making the turn onto the front straightaway. Kim McKay holds the checkered flag high, and he'll take the win here. Moto number 3, junior ski stock.
Unofficially, he's our champion in the 13 to 15-year-old category. And not much competition here. Ryland is the winner in the 10 to 12. Congratulations to both of them.
Absolutely.
Kylie Meyer will come around. She'll take second in the 13 to 15-year-old category. We're going to switch up hole styles. We're going to Vintage X2 GP next. And a little change there. Ralph Henning donating his boat to
Evan Wadehofer.
Is that to Evan? Yeah, okay. Pretty difference You can notice the difference in height there.
Just a bit.
Looks kind of like you and my wife.
Yep, just
standing
about.
next to each other.
Pretty much.
So Evan will be on the number 21 machine for this moto, and Ralph is going to give them some moral support.
Well, Ralph's had a lot of motos this weekend.
Yeah, successful ones.
Yeah, very, very good weekend for Mr. Henning. He's happy. He's satisfied. So Evan had a problem with his X2, so Ralph's letting Evan ride it in this final moto, which is pretty cool. These guys are all from nearby, Orange, Texas. Ralph's from Orange, Texas. That's only about 30 miles away, right on the border with Texas, Louisiana-Texas border.
I look down here and I see Seabrook, Texas, Netherland, Texas, Orange, Texas, and Lumberton, Texas. This is a Texas class. There's no question about it.
Yeah. Orange, not far. I don't know about the other ones. I think they're probably all in the same vicinity, but I know that Orange, I was talking to Ralph just a couple minutes ago, and he said that they were about 30 miles away, right on the border with Louisiana.
Yeah, is that like Orange Beach, Alabama?
No, nothing like it.
All right, Vintage X2, half a dozen laps to crown a champion in moto number 3. And let's see, Mark Rosado on the number 5. He had a second and a third. Joshua Bro, he had a first and a second on the 427. And Evan Wadehofer now on the 21, a third and a fourth. Oh, and look at that.
Well, Evan on Ralph Henning's number 21 now. He got a good jump. He's on a good run in X2. And, I believe Evan goes down off the boat on the first buoy.
I have the feeling that boat is propped for Ralph Henning's weight.
Probably.
To get off the line, and it's set up for top speed. We'll see in a little bit here when you get him back on it. Is that the number 5, a Mark Rosado out in front?
Looks like it to me. It is. And then behind him, the 427 of Joshua Bro, who has had a great weekend on the X2.
Yeah, he's leading in points going to this third and final moto. So he's got to make some moves. He's taking the inside split. And really, that is the race between Joshua and Mark Rosado.
Well, Evan back up and underway, but Mr. Bowie on the right-hand side on the blue course. But that's not going to have much effect on the outcome, I don't think.
No, it's not. Let's see. Bro has 3 points. Rosado has 5.
Oh, Evan having trouble on that 21 X2. I think Ralph's got some stuff done to that Evan's not used to.
Yeah, I had that. I feel like that thing is just not set up for his weight.
I think so. He came around and made that right turn and then got on the gas and it darted left on him, and that was it. It went down. Ralph, what do you got done to that ski? Evan's not feeling comfortable on that. Got a quick turn on that or something.
There's Rosado followed by Bro. And as it stands, Joshua Bro would take the overall if they finish that way.
Yep.
He's up by 2 points. And look at that. They're battling in the split course, inside, outside, going at it. That looks like that might have been a difference. Is that Joshua Bro leading now?
It looks like he got around
Rosado there, huh?
Mark. We'll check as they come around. Good race out in front.
Yeah, these guys are battling.
Yeah, that looks like Bro out in front now, as Rosado had a little bit of an issue.
And Rosado came up. Yeah, Rosado came off the makeup buoy and went on the wrong side of the yellow, so he needs to hit the makeup buoy again. Wonder if he knows that. I know our course marshals do because I heard them on the radios.
Well,
They're
number
aware.
427, our race leader, Joshua Bro, out of Nederland, Texas, 32 years old, having no problems at all on the course. Risotto comes by in second place now after
these guys
leading
are
early
battling.
on.
But at this point, it's Joshua Bro's race to lose. You know, he's number one in points and number one on the track right now. So going to be hard to beat him unless there's a self-induced mistake there. Or a mechanical cross legs halfway through this race right now, Rick.
Wade Hoffer still trying to come to terms with Ralph Henning's X2.
Yeah, he's battling with that thing, isn't he?
He is.
Up next, race number 9, amateur ski stock. You guys should be heading to the line.
Looks like he's starting to get the feel of it now, though, making some nice turns.
Yeah, good rider.
Getting used to it.
Just gotta get used to the peculiarities of that specific machine.
And how Ralph has it set up for him. And Joshua Bro comes down the front straightaway with the lead out in front of that number 427 Kawasaki X2. Mark Risotto, 46 years old, out of Lumberton, Texas, on the number 5 X2 in second.
And how about that? Dad rides an X2 and buys the new Super Jets for the kids.
Yeah.
Sounds like my family.
I'm guessing Dad's probably got some time on those Super Jets, too.
Yes, he does. Here comes Wade Hoffer. Kind of pensive going into this quarter, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I'm not so sure.
And he's down. He was sitting down there. That's a tall dude sitting down on an X2.
And there's Aaron McConkey getting to the line for the third and final moto. I'm not sure if this could be his first national championship.
All right, white flag out. 1 lap to go for Joshua Bro. Here comes Risotto now behind Bro, charging.
Wow.
Charging up, trying to catch Bro on this final lap. Can he do it?
Well, not only would he have to do it, but he'd have to bring somebody else with him to win the overall because of the math. It's in the math. I keep telling you, right?
But he's going to the inside. He wants to win this final moto. End on a good note.
And I want him to charge and try and do his best and possibly get it. That bird's got a little squeak. Needs some WD-40. Well, Mark's looking for a mistake for Joshua Bro, but we're just not seeing it. Bro having a solid race.
A solid weekend on this X2.
Yeah.
Man, he has had a good finish as a first, a second, and now going to be a first, it looks like, with one more corner to go. Joshua Bro making the turn.
Sneezy for you to slay.
Yeah. Onto the front straightaway, and he'll take the win.
And a great job by Joshua Bro, unofficially your Vintage X2 champion today. And right behind, Mark Risotto in that second place position. Amateur ski stock. Well, there's the top through, the 233 of Seth Besserano and the 253 of Aaron McConkey. Those two have been battling each and every moto. Then there's the Babin brothers, Deegan on the 17R and Sagan on the 17G. And it looks like they're going to have a 40-lap event. Let's see how many our race director is going to give them. And and Evan Weidhoff for bringing that number 21 home. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Mr. Henning.
I'd like to remind everybody you are watching the national championships of the 2023 Liqui-Moly Pro Watercross National Tour, presented by Jet Trim, right here in beautiful Lake Charles, Louisiana, Louisiana's playground. And we are having a good time here on Sunday morning, winding things down for the weekend. Got a few more races to go. Rick Lake in the Tower with Kurt Nolenberg, and having a good time all weekend here in Lake Charles. Great spot.
Wonderful place to be. We look forward to coming here every year. Eric and his crew, always fantastic hosts. And well, I tell you what, great place to find some fantastic food. The casinos were off the hook. Although I did retain most of my money, Rick.
Shocking.
Kind of is, really.
Yeah, food here in Louisiana is just second to none. It is absolutely amazing. Always enjoy it. All right, here we go. Final moto, amateur ski stock. It's been Aaron McConkey leading the way this weekend with a pair of wins in the first two motos, and I don't expect anything less here in moto number 3.
Well, Seth Besserano on the pole on the inside. And he bobbles just a little as McConkey gets another great start.
Well, Seth Basserano has looked really good at times racing Aaron McConkey, but it's the right-hander at the end of the front straightaway.
That's his downfall.
That has been his nemesis all weekend long. Let's see how he handles it on this first lap, Kurt.
Oh, this is going to be close. Seth may have this one. To be honest, I think
he's going to have it. I think Seth's going to take it.
Look at the speed.
Aaron's got. Seth looks over, rails the right-hander, and takes the lead. Let's see this turn. This is his turn, but he doesn't have the pump wash to deal with. And look at the sharp right-hander he made.
And Aaron McConkey went right into the pump wash, stood it up, says, nope, we're going to go take the outside, see what we can do there.
Get some clean water. Smart move by Aaron, the savvy, long-time racer out of New Zealand.
Yeah, and that inside is definitely shorter today than it was yesterday. There must have been some buoy movement action. So that cost McConkey. Now, at this point, if he stays where he is, he wins.
Oh, yeah, with a pair of wins in the first two motos, he is looking good.
So what he needs to do is the same thing he's done all weekend long, which is keep that thing upright, no mistakes, smooth, and let the chaos reign around him.
Yeah, no mistakes, which he hasn't made a mistake all weekend, so I don't expect anything different here in the third moto.
Nope. But I do want to point out he has been riding most of the time in clear water, and he realized immediately that outside is too slow.
Yep.
So he's going to go ahead and follow Seth on the inside, try and make a move maybe at the end of the back straightaway or over in the split section. I'd like to see one of our riders here, they're in a battle, do the inside split on this side. I think that could really work out. Yeah.
Physics, Kurt.
Tegan Babin coming down the front straightaway on his 17R for red, following his brother on the G for green. Apparently we got a truck backing up somewhere near us, Rick.
Or a drone. Seth Basserano out of Austin, Texas, 26 years old, out in front on the Yamaha Superjet. Right behind him, number 253, the Kiwi, Aaron McConkey, 55, also aboard a Yamaha Superjet.
Oh, Seth making a mistake, and Aaron follows him. Aaron McConkey had the ability to take that inside split course this time, which has been measurably faster, and yet doesn't. Maybe he just wants to keep him in sight, knowing that he's going to get the overall if he stays where he's at.
Or waiting for him to wipe out on this right-hand turn at the end of the front straightaway.
Which he won't do unless there's some pump wash there to lubricate it for him.
Maybe not. Maybe
Seth
that's all
really
it takes.
looking good in this moto.
Oh, he is really railing that Superjet around this track here.
Yeah, he has looked good in every moto, but that, as you say, Nemesis, that right-hander, the end of the front straightaway with pump wash in front of it, has not been his friend.
No, it really hasn't. And this
And
moto,
he goes
though,
down.
no issues. Oh, my goodness
and Aaron
gracious.
McConkey stays smooth, upright, and proceeds for the win.
Well, Seth had a really good run going in this third moto, but just a little too much into that right-hander.
Yeah. And it's difficult, too. It's the end of a long weekend. The final moto, you're tired. Let's face it. You are tired. And then you tried so hard.
So hard.
You can only get so far over.
So far over.
Before physics takes over. Darn it.
Physics.
It's like that.
Darn it.
Oh. Are you my beat man? What do they call
I'm
it?
trying, man. I'm trying. I'm right with you. Boop, boop.
Oh, and look at Aaron McConkey. McConkey getting a little crazy over there.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to pass the Babin brothers
He's
here.
mixing
One
it
at
up
a
now with
time.
lap traffic. McConkey dealing with some lap traffic. And Seth Basserano now trying to take advantage. Oh! And they hit. The two riders hit McConkey. And is that Babin, I believe?
Yep.
Collide.
The Babin looks over like, what happened? Where'd he come from?
Babin on a 550.
I'm going to tell you, that was Aaron McConkey. He got a little bit offline. And look, he's riding angry now. Look out, buddy, Aaron McConkey.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, man, my.
That could be an issue.
Wow.
Wow. 17R Deegan.
I guess that is riding angry.
That's Deegan. I think
okay.
he just picked up a
Kraken
nickname. They're going to call him Berm now.
Yeah. Okay. We shall carry on.
And look at Seth on fire out there with McConkey, angry, trying to chase him down.
Wow.
Don't get in his way, Babin. We see what happens.
Wow. McConkey charging.
He's not.
Jeez Louise.
He's
Stay out
seeing
of
red right now.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
tell
he
ya.
is. I think he is.
Well, that's good. Get his heart rate up a little bit. He was having way too easy of a time.
Wow.
Seth looks over. It's like, uh-oh, look out. Here he comes. McKilme, McConkey.
All right, we have got a battle going on here in this final moto for amateur ski stock.
It's
Wow.
Mad Max out there with
Wow.
Aaron McConkey.
Yeah, yes it is.
Our Kiwi looks like he's backed it out a little bit. Seth, not an iota, and that's close to us. We drove through it.
We did. We know where Iota lives.
Seth
Or is.
Basserano got that thing back up and going, and he is a man on a mission.
Yeah, he is. He is not giving up at all today. He's been charging nonstop, and now in front here. And McConkey's going to, I think, just kind of settle into the second place position and be happy with the overall.
I think he's
had enough excitement for one moto.
I think he's revisiting his decisions in this moto and decided to just slow down. Take it easy. And he is. He's taking the slower outer way around. He's just cruising.
Wow. That was some excitement in this moto.
It was.
Man.
Well, Babins.
I wasn't really expecting that.
We've got Sagan and Berm Babin. Now there's a nickname. Berm Babin.
Kurt, I don't know, man.
There he goes.
I think, I think that was unfortunate.
I think that Aaron McConkey wished that he had backed out the throttle or set it up a little bit tighter.
I think so too.
And he's thinking about that now. You can tell. Well, the Babin brothers having themselves quite the race.
Yeah, they are. Wow. Who thought amateur ski stock was going to turn into an...
Oh, look at this. Seth is over here. I missed that.
That's a literal knockdown, drag-out fight here.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to take on McConkey on the shore, I don't think.
Apparently not.
No, I don't think that would not work out well.
On the water or the shore.
Well, there's like a 35-year difference.
And a significant weight difference.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Didn't see that coming.
No, not at all. Would not have told you that we would see that ever. However,
Seth, back on the gas.
Is he going to pass McConkey?
Chasing down McConkey one more
and he goes
time.
To the inside
Takes
finally.
that inside split. Let's see if it works. Man, he is never say die, this guy.
Right?
He is charging up again. The white flag going to come out. McConkey is probably going to have a little bit of an edge here, definitely.
He will.
But not a huge edge. And Seth makes that turn on the gas, full throttle down the front straightaway. Here comes Seth. Oh, and Basserano makes a mistake. Hits his head on the handle pole and goes down.
He's like, where'd my ski go? What the heck happened?
Wow, what a moto, what a day, what a weekend for Seth Basserano. He has experienced every element of pro watercross racing this weekend.
I'll tell you what, when he gets back in, I want a loud round of applause for Seth.
Oh, my God.
He's really throwing everything he's got in his entire universe at this moto, and it's just not to be anymore.
This 26-year-old out of Austin, Texas, has absolutely charged the entire weekend. And kudos to Seth, because he has never let off the throttle. As McConkey comes around to finish off the moto.
And passes both the Babin brothers, who wisely move over.
Yeah. I think so.
I think so.
And McConkey going to finish out one more time on the top spot here. Taking the checkered flag. Aaron McConkey with 3 wins. And Seth Basserano, you are a hard charger, my friend. Good job out there. I know it didn't end the way you wanted, but impressive riding as the Babin brothers come in. Wow. Well, that was quite an eventful event.
That was exceptionally eventful.
All right, ski 4-stroke stock on the starting line, race number 10. Once again, we've got Robert Dunlap out there on that 7X Kawasaki SXR 1500.
And Kylie Meyer on the Yamaha 4-stroke, the 529. Kylie looking for a hole shot.
All right. Ski 4-stroke stock. Moto number 3. Kylie Meyer taking off. Dunlap's going to wait a few moments at the gate and then take off, give Kylie a little head start, have some fun.
I think Robert needs to wait until she comes around the front straightaway to make this. I'm not kidding. Make it a challenge.
He may be.
There was a time in racing when my son had a great combination with Bill O'Neill, and I made him let everybody get through the first turn so that he could learn how to pass instead of getting a whole shot and just running away. And it made a big difference in his ability to race later on.
Yeah, Bill O'Neill built some really, really fast boats, and
missed that guy.
You know, you're right. Having the fastest boat is a very, very fun way to race, or motorcycle, or whatever, any kind of motorsports. Having the fastest of anything makes racing way more fun.
I'll tell you what, driving to the races, knowing you've got a fast machine, and you're right, it doesn't matter whether it was road racing, motocross, jet skiing, you know, everybody's going after the win.
Yeah.
Of course, it's easier to do if you're on the best equipment out there.
You know, I know in motocross, when I had a fast bike, I would use a different style of riding than I would, you know, if things were being equal. You know, more vintage motocross of more recently, and you know, instead of pushing it in the corner, you know, you just could set somebody up, and then you come out of a corner and just go by them down the straightaway. And Kylie off her boat on the right-hand side of the course.
Yeah, that was she hit the eject button.
Yeah, she
good
did
there. I don't know. They need to put a cover over that button for her.
When you could just twist the throttle and go right by somebody down a straightaway.
Yeah,
it's a whole different style of racing.
It's a lot of fun.
It really is.
I mean, it's fun to pass somebody in a corner and set them
up
and do all that.
Oh, it's great.
But when you just know you've got it in your right hand in the trigger or in the twist throttle, it's pretty amazing.
It's a different style of riding, really. You don't have to take as many chances, let's say, you know, and be as aggressive. It's more like being aggressive on the straightaways.
Yeah.
And
looks like
going fast, you know, the famous thing is go fast where you can go fast.
Yeah. Well, you go fast in the fast corners, slow in the slow corners.
Right. That's road racing, right?
And that has never been truer. You try and make up time in the slow corners, inevitably you wind up spinning the wheels, sliding.
And that's really a road racing thing, right?
Oh, well, pretty much everything, if you think about it. You know, the high-speed corners. Now, Kylie, from what we heard, banged her knee a little bit. She's going to call it a day. It's she's had a lot of racing this week.
Boy, she has. That's too bad to see. Such a fine young rider. Kylie Meyer coming in on the course marshal boat. She's going to get looked at, smacked her knee on that ski, and that does happen.
Ooh, it hurts too.
It really does.
She looks good though. She's walking well.
It makes me hurt thinking about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a muscle memory, bone memory. I think they're similar.
I twisted my ankles playing basketball for so many years, so many times that when I watch a basketball game and see a player go down with it, I can see the ankle, you know, roll,
rolling,
and I can't take it. I have this reaction that I actually, like, I almost really feel pain.
Right.
I know what that feeling is like so perfectly. I've experienced it so many times that I can't even watch the replays.
Yeah, you almost want to vomit.
I don't like
it.
it.
You feel that sickness in your stomach.
But twisted ankles, you know, playing basketball were my my thing.
Well, it's the final lap through for Robert Dunlap. Kylie Meyer's down, so they're both going to win their classes. Great job this weekend. And we're going to head on to race 11, Novice Sports Stock.
We're going to see if anybody has got anything for Christian Morris. Christian Morris on that newly rebuilt Wave Blaster has been really blasting around this racetrack this weekend.
Let me point something out to you. You see how they had that boat running? That was one of the things that they thought might have caused that broken piston was they didn't let it warm up long enough before they were on the start. And
that could be.
Could be. I don't think that was it, but it's just one more thing to get out of the way.
Checkered flag comes out for Dunlap. Great riding all weekend. for Robert Dunlap, both on an SXR 1500 and a
550.
Kawasaki 550, JS 550 vintage ski. Wow, talented rider to look fantastic on both eras of skis.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we need a holder out there. How
Got
many
some
do we
holders.
need? One.
Anybody want to help out? We could use a holder down here.
We need one excellent holder.
A good one. Novice Sports Stock on the starting line. This has been all Christian Morris so far this weekend on that Wave Blaster.
And look at this, Aaron McConkey, holder extraordinaire.
There he comes.
Coming out to do a little penance out here.
The Kiwi knocking people out of his way onto the course. 29, David Golder, 21. Brandon Morris. You guys on those Sea-Doos, you got anything for this Yamaha Wave Blaster?
They got an idea. If you ride an HX, pull the throttle a little faster.
Easy for you to say.
No,
from up here in the friendly confines.
No, I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with Christian Morris and that machine, knowing what they had to do to get it put together in time for this race, and the connection, you know, the combination they put together seems to be working real well. One more moto to go. Christian Morris, he won the first hill. Who's it going to be? He's on the inside. The HX is on the outside.
Morris with a Christian. Oh, look at Brandon. Brandon and Christian side by side. Pretty equal start, Kurt.
Here we go.
Christian on that inside split. Boy, smell that two-stroke.
That blaster.
Smells pretty good from up here.
Yeah, it does.
Smells like victory.
I'll tell you what, back in the day, in our motocross, you ever heard of Blenzall?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I used to like to ride behind guys that I never liked to ride behind anybody, actually. But
right?
But if they were burning clots. Do you remember clots?
Yeah, I do is very well.
Like,
oh, no!
Oh! Mr.
What a ride!
Mr. Told's wild ride.
Applause for that
Oh.
Bronco.
Brandon Morris, you are phenomenal.
Dude.
You avoided the tower.
Oh.
You gave
I
Kim
wasn't
McKay
even
a scare. Kim McKay's eyes look like big giant saucers out there right now. I know that look on her face.
Listen, my wife is up there too.
I don't think she saw it probably. She's probably kind of just down there looking at numbers. She might have seen it at the end, but Kim probably saw the whole thing coming.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I heard her say, I think I peed myself just a little bit.
I thought there was a chance it could get ugly right there.
Oh, I am so thank you. Praise the Lord.
And it's not supposed to.
That he's got that kind of ability to.
We've seen him do that a few times now. He does not let go.
And is that Brandon or?
That's Christian out in front, down the front straightaway. Golder in second behind Christian.
Yeah, Golder, I don't believe went the correct way over on the right-hand side.
But Golder doesn't have
We'll
a visor. That's my quick way of telling the difference. Golder with no visor on his helmet is my little trick there, Kurt.
Yeah, well, and Brandon does his best imitation of a bronc rider. So.
Well, he does not let go of that HX.
Dude. Oh, this is going to be another great awards announcement. Believe me.
Brandon Morris has some phenomenal upper body strength.
Man, we need to find like a saddle for him as a trophy.
No kidding.
Woo! Well,
exactly. And Christian,
love
no idea what's been going on behind him, right?
Right, exactly. And Golder did notice that he went the wrong way and picks up the buoy.
Yeah, savvy veteran racer.
Keep him on the right track.
Christian Morris on top of that wave blaster, mid-1990s model. These sport boats were made in the mid-90s by Yamaha and Sea-Doo respectively, and are extremely popular for riding and racing.
It's a fun boat. We had one, and like a lot of people who've sold their blasters in the past, kind of wish we had.
Yeah, I have friends that never got rid of them. They love them.
I'll tell you what, 1100 triple in one of those things, a lot of fun.
No doubt. Little small for my 6'6" frame.
Yeah.
But most
just
watercraft riders aren't 6'6", so that explains a lot.
Got an acrobat in staging down there.
Yeah, I thought Ty McKay might have been dodging some alligators down there. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. He's like, save the paperwork. And Christian Morris.
Our favorite,
looking over.
Our favorite barista, Ty McKay.
Right? No doubt about it. If you're going to go to Starbucks, stop in and see Ty McKay. You'll be helping to fund his college education.
That is a fact. That's a great program.
Yep, it is a great program. Look at this. Brandon going inside.
Brandon catching up to Golder now.
Yeah, he is.
After that wild ride he went on in that first lap. Whew, that gave us all a thrill.
Aye, man. I think I might have peed myself a little bit.
Don't. TMI, Kurt, TMI.
Well, it's an age thing.
I'm
sitting
up here next to you, a little much.
Brandon and David. Golder and Morris. And Golder retains the lead, but here comes Brandon Morris. And as we say that, the cross flags are out halfway through.
Christian Morris, boy, by himself on that blaster.
Yeah, he's having a nice Sunday ride.
Yeah, he really is. He's enjoying himself out there, to be sure.
And we're halfway through. You know what's next then? Our final moto of the day, race number 12, vintage ski.
Wow.
Yeah, this might be the one that evens it out between Henning and Dunlap. Not to take it away from everybody else, but those two have been leading the pack.
And they have a lot of motos under their belt this weekend.
And Golder not looking over his shoulder, because right there is Brandon Morris. Morris is going to take the inside split. He does. Golder on the outside. This is our opportunity. Watch them side by side. Which one is faster? Golder makes the turn a little bit before Morris. So on an HX, I'm going to say the outside's better.
But Brandon Morris has really caught David Golder here.
Good. Yeah.
Good racing by Brandon on David Golder's boat.
Right.
I have to add that.
That's the thing. When you're getting close, it's like, well, don't get too close.
Yeah.
I don't mind. This is my boat.
We're not going to expect any fiberglass warfare
Right,
here.
Exactly. Oh, look at this. This will be interesting. Inside and outside, once again on the right side of the track, and Golder going way wide. Oh, Brandon's going to be close, but if Golder can make that turn and get some speed up,
He's going to have
we'll
to.
see.
He's going to
There he
have to.
goes.
Here comes Brandon Morris. Oh, side by side, and yeah. Golder's got the top speed, but wow. Brandon could have moved over on him if he
yeah, but he doesn't
were
want to
more.
put his own. And Brandon doing that rodeo thing again.
Rodeo Brandon.
I'm sorry. Oh, those boats.
Brandon, the
No
rodeo.
give. Look, there he goes. He's got it.
Brandon, the rodeo cowboy Morris.
Wow. Listen to the applause down on the beach. Everybody's like, this guy has no give.
That's his name, Rodeo Cowboy.
There's something. Cowboy Morris. That's
Brandon,
that's
the
what it's going to be.
Cowboy Morris.
Is it Cowboy or Bronkbuster Morris?
Cowboy Morris. I like that. The Rodeo Cowboy.
I don't know. Bronkbuster
Boy,
Morris.
he was hanging on to that thing. He would not let go.
At all. I wonder if he super glued the grips after yesterday's photo.
I think they're locked on. Entertaining to say the least. He probably would not agree.
I don't know. I'm thinking he is so locked on David Golder that there's nothing else that matters in life right now. Look at the attack posture Brandon's got. It's like I am gonna go past my own boat. I was gonna say get that old fart, but hey, that would be me. And Brandon gonna follow him to the outside. He figured it's quicker out there. Good for him. And Christian Morris creeping up on maybe lapping the field here.
And that could happen.
It's gonna be close.
Brother Brandon, what an exciting rider on that HX. See, if he were on a blaster, you wouldn't have seen that.
No.
That doesn't handle that way. They don't do that.
You're either on or off.
Yeah, I mean that's phenomenal.
You don't get dragged in the water by a blaster like that. They turn and stop.
Here he comes again, catching Golder. Golder, solid ride.
Looks over, decides, hey, I got away from this kid. He was thinking about pushing me into that finish line, Joy.
Almost.
On his boat, with my boat. What's he thinking? It's fun that they switch boats that way. I have to find out what the story is on that. And white flag out, Christian Morris trying to make it an absolutely perfect weekend. One more lap, and that's what it'll be for him.
Oh, my. That is just too much fun to watch. That's really, really aggressive riding, never say die attitude by Brandon Morris. I mean, that's been now a number of races going back to Lake Hartwell a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, and Golder misses that buoy again.
Unbelievable.
And now here's the thing. If Golder finishes in front of Morris, he will get second position. They're tied on points coming into this moto. So now Golder has got to go around the makeup buoy to be able to be on the same lap and stay in front of Brandon Morris if he wants to get second. Either way, we're going to have all three of these on the podium.
Well, we're going to have to watch and see if he does take that makeup buoy.
Well, he's taking the outside now. Morris on the inside.
And Christian Morris takes a checkered flag and the win with no idea of the drama unfolding behind him.
Right. And Golder extending that lead may be enough. Let's see if he goes around the buoy correctly. Almost went
Buoy.
the wrong way again. All right, Golder.
Oh,
here it is.
Morris
He's gotta
catching
go to
him
the
now.
green one.
If he takes that makeup
Oh,
buoy
yeah,
as he
he's got
should,
to.
that's going to change it.
And he does.
He heads to the makeup buoy.
Oh,
and
it's going to be a battle
And
over
there goes
here.
Brandon. There goes Brandon by Golder. A battle to the finish here.
Oh, and Golder should have taken the inside.
Morris
No
and
question.
Golder going at it. Well, Golder
not
knows
over
it's
yet.
not over. It's not even close to being over.
Here's that corner that's given us a thrill multiple times. Yeah, Brandon Morris shaking his fist in the air.
And he,
Yeah.
the cowboy takes second.
Oh, man. And Dave Golder, what a ride.
Oh, great racing here at Lake Charles, Louisiana. The National Championships of the 2023 Liqui Pro Watercross National Tour presented by Jet Trim. And boy, Brandon Morris has earned himself a new nickname.
Yeah, he does.
Rodeo Cowboy.
I still like Bronco Buster.
Bronco Buster as well.
Bronc Buster
Whatever
Brandon.
you want, you got it, Kurt.
Rodeo Cowboy.
That was awesome.
Look at that, the brothers throwing up the fist in the air like, yeah, I did it. He's like, Christian, you have no idea what that moto was like.
You have
I
no-
was off the boat like 6 times, but I never let go.
No idea whatsoever. That's
Phenomenal.
okay. All right, we go to vintage one more time. On the line, number 4, Carly Harris.
On the 07, Robert Dunlap.
17G, Deegan Babin.
On the 21, Ralph Henning.
Number 52, Jaden Rosado.
On the 201, Chad Manson.
427, Joshua Bro.
Who is on the 1 out there? Who's on the number 1? Anybody know?
Okay. Well, keep an eye on 07, Robert Dunlap. He has been absolutely phenomenal on these starts, as has Ralph Henning, number 21.
Oh, having a problem getting that boat going. Somebody tell me who number 1 is over there. We've got him as a mystery rider. Chance? Can't hear you up there. Somebody from the pit crew can come up and tell us. That'd be great.
Seth Babin, is that number 1? Is that correct, Seth Babin? We can't hear up here. You need a microphone down
Thank
there.
you for that clarification. Now we can announce your name. Seth Babin. All right, trying to get that Jaden Rosado's machine running. Need a battery? Jump start?
A little late for that.
That's disappointing.
Push start?
Push start. Rope start. The early C does.
Real scary.
Yeah, with the rope that you wrapped around, put the knot in, wrapped around, and pulled it, and hoped it'd come out.
Snowmobile style.
Yep. Not gonna happen, huh? I wonder if anybody has an SXR 1500 he could compete in that moto. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Yep. So that is Joshua Bro, who gave up his ride so that Jaden Rosado can get it. So that is Rosado on the number 427 machine.
Dunlap again on the middle, Henning on the outside. Here we go. One more time. Been a great battle all weekend long between Dunlap and Henning.
Oh, Dunlap.
Dunlap with a great start once again.
I believe he went.
Henning in second. Dunlap
just Dunlap
railing around, making the right turn onto the front straightaway. Robert Dunlap one more time with Henning right behind him.
Man.
Charging down the front straightaway with the lead here in this final moto of vintage ski and band. The vintage class has really put on a good show all weekend long.
And you see that Dunlap threw his one finger up the air, which I hate to say this, how many times have you seen somebody do that and crash their brains out right in front of you?
Well, is there not a lanyard on his left hand?
Interesting.
Just an observation from the tower.
Yep.
That is all.
I believe he has that lanyard on his right hand.
He must have.
Assuming it works at all. They would have found that in tech.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the vintage class this weekend has been really something special. A great turnout of riders from nearby Texas. We're only about 30 miles from the border between Louisiana and Texas. And I know the riders, Henning, his daughter, are from Orange, Texas.
Carly.
That is roughly 30 miles. And I think the other riders hail from towns nearby that area. They're all good friends with each other.
Yeah,
and they have put on a good show this weekend.
I'm sure they have practice sessions at the same lake. Whoa, somebody, takes the makeup buoy and rolls it out there. Here comes your leader, Robert Dunlap, down the front straight. Look out, Robert. Henning is starting to reel you in little bit at a time.
You know, Robert, very flashy, doing the leg drags, the body drags, and Ralph Henning, just solid, not as dramatic, just very, very solid in the tray. Making turns, very consistent, very smooth, really talented rider.
Yeah, he's super glued to that mat.
He is. He just rarely makes an error, but goes very fast by the same token.
Fast like a bunny.
Yeah, the vintage racing going to continue at the end of September at the Liqui-Moly International Cup out in Lake Havasu for the first time, the International Cup this year. At the end of September, and we're going to have on Thursday, the first day of racing is going to be Throwback Thursday, and the entire day is going to be vintage racing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. All the vintage classes are going to be featured, all vintage. We're going to have a vintage ski show. We're going to have jet trim out there. They have a huge array of beautiful, just gorgeous vintage skis on display. They are the presenting sponsor of the International Cup, as well as Jet Ski GPO, another one of our sponsors. They have a lot of beautiful vintage skis, so we're going to have a vintage ski show, vintage racing all day. Throwback Thursday at the Liqui-Moly International Cup out in Lake Havasu at the end of September.
I think everybody's looking forward to that, Rick. That is going to be a fan favorite. I expect people to show up early just to see those vintage machines. They're absolutely gorgeous. They'll also be on display, I believe, throughout the rest of the weekend.
That's correct.
And it's going to be quite the event there.
You can go out there. You're going to be able to vote on your favorite vintage ski the entire weekend through Saturday. And then Sunday we'll have another program. I think we'll do the vintage show through Saturday, though. But it's going to start. They're all going to start Thursday with Throwback Thursday. So get out your neon, get out your Oakley blades, bring the vintage skis out, and it's going to be a great day of racing on Throwback Thursday.
Bring out your Oakley blades. That's good knowledge right there.
I've got mine ready to go.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got rid of those when I found out I actually needed glasses.
I've got a few. I've got a couple, I think.
And Dunlop starting to extend his lead over Ralph Henning. Ralph Henning disappointed in his Moto 3 performance so far. Look at him. He's going to go to the outside, try and catch Dunlop. Not going to happen. And that. Here he goes. I'm thinking he lost a couple of boat lengths there. Dunlop. He is having himself a weekend.
Well, Dunlap is 28 years old, and he must have watched a lot of video from back in the day because he definitely replicates the styles, doing the leg drags, doing the body drags.
Well, who are you thinking, Slasher?
So he is definitely Slasher, Gocher, Jacobs.
Gocher, yeah.
You know, Fish, all of them.
I was just thinking, yeah.
Ripper, Gordon, I mean, on and on and on. But he's emulating that style, and always fun to see the leg drags. It kind of stands out, you know. Definitely
it's a skill.
Popularized by Slasher. No doubt about it.
White flag, 1 lap to go. Robert Dunlap extended his lead once again over Henning. If Henning's going to make a move, this is it. It's got to happen now.
Yeah, Henning right behind him the whole way. You know, the thing about Robert Dunlap as well, Kurt, is that he has been outstanding all weekend in the vintage class and equally outstanding on a brand new SXR 1500, which very few riders ride both of those as competently as Robert Dunlap has.
It's going from a quad to a motorcycle. It's so weird.
Two different sports almost.
Yeah, really.
I mean, when we all started on these 550s, 440 550s, they were an extension of our motorcycle, basically motocross riding experience, where you lift them up, throw them in the back of our trucks, you know, take them to wherever we were riding and ride them, throw them back in the trucks. Now you don't do that, you know.
No.
Now they're boats. It's boating now, but definitely the vintage skis were motocross on the water. And that was the intention of the founders. Well,
let's give them a big round of applause. This will be the final time through the finish. Robert Dunlap, what a great ride. What a great weekend for him. Ralph Henning, another champion, another great ride for him, Rick.
And what a great way to end this weekend here at Lake Charles, the national championships. You know, vintage racing has kind of been the star of the show this weekend.
It has been, right?
And it's really been a lot of fun because the riders that have come to race vintage from Florida and primarily Texas, really talented riders. And, you know, obviously Robert Dunlap, Henning, and a few of Manson and a few of the others, talented on those 550s, and a lot of fun for us to watch.
Yeah, and it's not just the talent, it's the camaraderie between them. We saw it here in this last race. A boat wouldn't run, another rider said, you know what, take mine, and just moved over, let him have it on the line. You gotta love that kind of camaraderie, something that we have here at Pro Watercross throughout the classes.
It really permeates the sport everywhere, to be honest, and we enjoy it. Everybody, you know, has a great time and lends a hand to each other. Is a big part of it. So, you know, we're winding down here. That was the last moto, unfortunately, here. We're sad to say it, but great weekend of racing here at the National Championships in Lake Charles. And we look forward to the Liqui-Moly International Cup, Kurt.
We do, and we look forward to see our online presence. Hope everybody enjoyed the live stream by Richard Ignacio, Maverick, live streaming 247.com, the best on the planet. And for all of us here at Pro Watercross, I'm Kurt Nolenberg. This is Rick Lake, and we are out of here.
eat.
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But this is where people find a lot of problems. Is how do you eat crawfish? Well, we got a few people, and we're gonna see how they peel crawfish, so that you know what to do the next time you're at a crawfish boil.
Best way to peel them is like you're starving. Just see, you gotta get rid of this little doodad there. Break the tail. Bust this open from the side. Squeeze it out. And eat it.
Best way to feel
Best way to peel a crawfish, first of all, you take a drink. Then you want to kind of grab the crawfish like this, twist the tail, suck, get that juice going. And you take the first ring with your nail and just kind of break that first ring, slip it off, pinch the tail, with your teeth get the rest of the meat, pull it out, all good.
the best.
Wants to come back to you?
The best way to peel a crawfish is to have someone do it for you.
We tell you how you eat the crawfish. You lick the seasoning off first, break the head off, make sure you get the sauce inside, peel it back, pop it in.
It's nothing to talk about. You just do it.
No, I saw you.
Now, I like to dip mine in a little vinegar with a little seasoning in it, and just.
With it. With or without the can, so don't make no.
Best way to eat a crawfish, twist it, break it off from the body. Some people like to suck out the juice, but I don't. I just like to peel the top part off, squeeze the tail, pull it out, and there you go.
Really, the best way and the simplest way, you take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that. You take the crawfish, straighten the tail out, put it in, pull it out, boom. Just like that.
It doesn't matter really how you peel a crawfish, as long as you can get them in your mouth.
So we decided everybody come to Lake Charles and take a shower and everything. Just had that little camp out there we had.
Very good. If I say so myself.